Pathways. We're going to look at the Pathways section of our pricing sheet. In the Pathways section, we can accurately work out the costs for any pathways or patios that are to be made using paving slabs. The wastage allowance for this section is here. This isn't a yellow box, so we can change it if we want. This info icon explains that if we're doing a pathway or patio that will be constructed out of concrete with edgings or some other type of finish, then it would be best to continue down and price them in the driveway section. The driveway section is preloaded with concrete, stone, tarmac and various edging options, and ensures the process is simple. If we don't need to allow for anything in pathways, we can close this section. Just tick this box. Let's reopen it. We do have a patio and pathway on our job, and it's going to be constructed out of paving slabs, so we will enter the details in here. Let's take a look. Red boxes. Allowing for pathways and patios that are constructed out of paving slabs is really simple. We just complete these red boxes, check the yellow ones, and the programme will do most of the work for us. OK, we'll work from left to right. First, specify if it's a patio or path that we're allowing for. We'll leave this set as patio, but if it needs to be changed, just use the drop-down menu. Now we check the paving slab. Again, it's a drop-down menu. We may want to use the magnifying glass to view the description. Now we enter the size of the patio in metres square. Our patio will be 37.5 metres square. The blue text tells us the actual number of paving slabs we'll need for this. This number does include wastage. Just to show you, if we select this 600 by 600 slab, the programme recalculates the quantity needed based on the size of the slab we've entered. We'll just change this back to the 450 by 450 slab. See? Instantly the number required adjusts. We also have a pathway that will be made out of paving slabs. Let's get this entered. So we check that pathway is selected in the drop-down. Check the type of slab. We'll use this 600 by 900 one. Now enter the number of square metres. This is 31.5. Again, we can see the quantity of slabs that will be required. This is based on the slab size we've chosen. Now we need to tell the programme the excavation depth. This is going to be 250 mil. Next, the sub-base depth. This will be 150. Finally, the depth of any blinding underneath the slabs. This is going to be 50 mil. The boxes are complete. It really is that simple. Pathway items. We've completed the red boxes at the top of the pathway section. We're going to be doing a patio and a pathway constructed out of paving slabs. Much of what we need has been worked out for us. We just need to check, and if necessary, fine-tune the details. Some items will require our judgment and knowledge of the site. Let's start at the top and work our way down. First we have the setting out. As the picture shows, this is where we can allow for the setting out of any pathways or patios constructed of paving slabs. It's important to remember we would not allow for the setting out of any driveways here or any pathways or patios that due to their construction method were being allowed for in the driveway section. We'll allow 1 day for this. Automatically the hours are calculated. This is a yellow box, so we can change it if we want. The cutter for the slabs is here. We'll allow 3 days for this. If we want, we can change the type of cutter by using the drop-down menu. Discs for our cutter are automatically worked out. We can see how the programme is calculating this and adjust it if we wish by clicking on the red question mark. We need to tell the programme how long we will want an excavator. We'll have it for 2 days. The hours, running costs and delivery and collection are allowed for. We can change the type of excavator in this drop-down menu if required. Next it's the dumper. We'll want it for just a day. Again, like the excavator, hours, running costs, delivery and collection are automatically calculated, and we can choose a different dumper by using the drop-down menu. The blue text here explains how the disposal of soils is being worked out. As we've seen in other movies, if we click the question mark, we can see how much time is being allowed per cubic yard on each waste disposal method. These times are in yellow boxes, so we can fine-tune them if we want. If we're not disposing of the soils off-site, we can untick this box like this, and the costs for soil disposal will be removed. We can view the default expansion rate for the soils. We may want to adjust this. If, for example, the ground is heavy boulder clay, we might want to increase it. Or perhaps, if it's very sandy soil, we might want to decrease it. The method of waste disposal is here. The time allowed and the quantity required will be dependent on the 2 settings that we've just looked at. We are going to be using an 8-yard skip, and here's how many we'll need. Just to show you, if we select a different method, let's pick this 3-yard. The number needed does increase. We'll change that back. We'll allow 2 days for a compactor, The aggregates for our subbase are calculated. We can see how many tonnes we'll need, and we can change the material in the drop-down if we want. The paving slabs for our patio and our path are here. We can see all the cost and quantity information. We'll notice that the paving slab material is in a white box. If we do want to adjust it, we do need to do so in the yellow drop-down menu at the top of the pricing sheet. We can see the information for the concrete for the lean mix underneath the paving slabs. We're going to be using a ready mix. Here's the cost of this concrete. The programme will also take into account any part load charges. With our current choice, we won't incur a part load charge. But if we adjust this to this, see, nothing's forgotten. The programme can see that if we use this option, there will be a part load charge, and it is allowed for. We'll just change this back. We also have a manual mix option. Switching to this is really simple. Just click the picture. If we were doing a small area of pathway or patio, we may choose manual mix due to the quantity required. Or it may be that the time needed to ensure the paving slabs are level means a ready mix isn't suitable, as it could go off too quickly. As we can see, we do have additional options with the manual mix. If we click this question mark, we can see how the labour for mixing the concrete by hand is being worked out. This is in a yellow box, so we can change it if we want. We need to remember that this labour is for the mixing of the concrete only. The labour for the laying of the slabs is already accounted for separately here. The mixer for this is here. If we click the question mark, we can see how this is calculating, and the number of men allocated to the task. We can adjust this if we want. Next, we've got the sand and cement. We can change the material for these in the drop-down menu, and adjust the mix ratio in this drop-down. We are going to be using ready mix, so let's change this back. Again, we just click the picture. Extra row and totals. The pathways section of our pricing sheet does contain all the common and not so common items and tasks that may be required. If we do need to include something in this section that isn't listed, we can click the Add Extra Row button located here. The totals are here. We can see the costs of all the materials, plant, hours, labour and overall total. We can also make this into a PC sum by ticking this box if required.